With more on that, I'm joined now by Upali Obeyesekere. He's the president of the Canada-Sri Lanka Business Council and managing editor of the Times in Sri Lanka. Thank you so much for your time, Upali. Now, the process to select the next president has begun. Who are the main contenders?
Well, the main contender is Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was earlier the acting prime minister. Now, he seems to have got himself installed as the leading candidate, and close behind him is the opposition leader, Sajith Premadasa, and then also two others have thrown their hat into the race. Another member of parliament from the ruling SLPP party, Dallas Alaperuma, and it is likely that General Sarath Fonseca too might join in the fray.
Now, you say the leading candidate is the acting prime minister who stepped in as the interim president. However, the prime minister was also called to resign by protesters on the street. They ransacked his home, they set it on fire. Why do lawmakers think that he would be the right person for the job?
Well, the protesters have insisted that the acting prime minister, Ranil Wickremesinghe, should also resign, along with Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who has already resigned. The feeling among the ruling party is that Ranil Wickremesinghe would be the best bet to continue what Gotabaya Rajapaksa had not done. And this has given way to a feeling that the party, which holds roughly about 115 seats, should vote en bloc with Ranil Wickremesinghe.
But isn't he part of the same government, and isn't he part of the system that people on the streets were voting to stay off government? Why wouldn't lawmakers try and protect what the protesters want, to try and appease them?
Well, that should be the right way of thinking, but unfortunately that's not the way it seems to be going, and this is what is causing a lot of concern to the people of Sri Lanka and also the entire political firmament. Quite rightly, Ranil Wickremesinghe should not be contesting for the presidency, because he's on the national list and he's not an elected member of parliament. So there's a difference between an elected member of parliament as opposed to a national list, which is an appointed member of parliament. And here they have only one seat. The party that he belongs to has only one seat in parliament. So when you look at the logistics of the whole operation, Ranil Wickremesinghe has not earned the right, really, to come forward as a candidate for presidency. But the party that Gotabaya Rajapaksa left behind seems to be pushing him to come forward.
Now, just to fill in a little bit of backstory here, I'm sure many viewers already know, Sri Lanka has run short of money to pay for imports such as basic necessities, food, fertiliser, medicine and fuel for its 22 million people. The Rajapaksa government accused of massive mismanagement. How long will it take to reset life in Sri Lanka, and how do they propose to do it with someone that is accused of the same thing as the Rajapaksa government in the first place?
Well, I would estimate it to take 6 months to a year for the country to come back to somewhat operational status. The only advantage that Ranil Wickremesinghe has is that the United States is backing him to run for the presidency, and this is the carrot that's been thrown around, which really makes him the frontline candidate. So that's what I see. But it's going to take roughly about 6 months to a year once a stable government is in place for the country to stabilize.
Okay, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for that, Upali Obeyesekere, for us there.